Tommy the Tiger tricked the zookeeper into letting him out in Philadelphia and running around and terrorizing the pet zoo. Welcome to another unemployed video with Jeremy the Entrepreneur, back with another video. I parked my car in Philadelphia and it got carjacked, or you say stolen, or taken from me, the owner of my car. So I went to an event in Philly. It was like a drinking event. I had a non-alcoholic drink. It was like a margarita, so stuff like that. It was actually pretty fucking good, and I was having a little bit fun. Originally I couldn't find parking, so I couldn't find parking for 30 minutes, right? So I'm just driving around the neighborhood. This is the main problem with Philly. You can never find parking. You can never find parking ever. And it's so frustrating that I cannot find parking. So like I'm like driving around North Philly trying to find parking, and there's no parking at all. And I'm like, finally got a place to park, right? So I parked up, even though it was like illegal parking, or I wouldn't say this on YouTube, but it's not allowed parking. So I'm like, oh, I'm actually not allowed to actually park there, okay? So I'm like, it's gonna be like 30 or 40 minutes, right? I'm already get this, I'm already 30 minutes late. So I'm already late to this event. Like I'm trying to meet like hot women and all this other stuff, and I'm already late to this event. That's 30 like by 30 or so minutes. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna park here. And I'm like thinking in my head, like, there's a possibility that I can be actually towed, right? Back in my head, I'm like, oh, this is an actual real possibility that I can actually get my car stolen or something like that. But I was like, it was on, I'm trying to remember the street. It was like Second Street or whatever, Second Avenue, whatever it was. And I parked my car. I Ubered over to the event. The entire event, I'm like thinking, this guy was talking about, he had a Rolex on. He was talking about Vegas, how he making millions of dollars and stuff like that. And like going through my head right now is my car's about to be like towed and stuff like that. Because when I got the Uber to the event, I seen a tow guy right there, like posted up. I'm like, fuck this. I'm probably gonna get my car towed. So I'm like, I'm gonna be in and out. So I was like, this Latina woman served me, which she was like so hot. Like I should have just like got her number or give her my number. Like I need to try some new stuff in life. Like she was so hot. But I should have asked for the number, right? Like I didn't even go for it. Like I don't know why. Why not? Like I should have just gave her my number. But there's you live to fight another day, right? While you're unemployed and broke, you live to fight another day, right? So I had a blast a little bit. I was just chilling, and then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna bounce because they were like, why are you leaving so early? I'm like, I just gotta check on my car. They're like, yeah, we totally, understand. I got an Uber back, and I was pulling up, right, and I just started walking up, and like I was like, my car's not there. Huge shock, right? My car's just not there at all. I'm like, shit, did my car just get carjacked or fucking stolen from me? So I start freaking the fuck out. Like freaking, like going crazy panic, right? Like seeing your car gone. And I seen this garage, the towing garage thing, the poster that said, oh, we can tow your car. So I call them, they're like, we don't have your car. I'm like, oh my fucking God. They don't have my car? Did my car actually get stolen? So I start freaking the fuck out. I just start calling the police. Yeah, my car, I think my car got stolen. And they're like, wait, hold up 1 second. And they're like, and they're like, oh, let me call the Philadelphia Park. Let me call the parking authority. I'm like, okay. So they call the parking authority. They're like, oh, we have your car on lot 10. I'm like, bruh. I'm like, stole my fucking car. In not even 10 minutes, they have cameras and shit. It's crazy. I'm not parking in Philly ever again. Like, screw this shit. So I was like, it was like it's on this avenue. I'm like, oh, bet I'm gonna Uber over there. Okay, so you get there and it feels like a maximum security prison. It feels like Guantanamo Bay, Philadelphia. Like someone made the joke on the Google reviews, right? And then basically you're waiting for like an hour just to show your license plate, and then you get a ticket to pay. You pay for the car, right? and then you gotta show your registration, you got insurance, and then your ID. Luckily, I had all three of those on. I was freaking the fuck out so much that I didn't realize I actually had my registration on me when I originally thought I didn't have my registration. So, like, isn't that funny? Like, I thought I originally didn't have my registration, I actually did on me. So 2 hours go by. This guy was like, "I'm from Boston. This is bullshit. They don't do this in Philly. They do this in Philly. They don't do this in Boston. They don't hold your car ransom, shit like that." I paid like $250 for 10 minutes of them stealing my car, right? So I finally get the ticket, right? So it feels like I'm in a carnival or something like that, right? And then I just walk outside, and they're like, "Oh, you good? You come in, and we're driving there." He's like, hop in, bro. I hopped in, and they drove me all the way to lot 10, and they dropped me on. They're like, and you just show the car the paper, you good. I was like, all right. And then I drove off like I was leaving a maximum security prison, like no joke. This shit felt like I was actually in prison. I think the lesson learned from this entire experience is like don't park illegally because if they tow your car, you're going to pay hundreds of dollars. Like I should have just Ubered over. I should have just parked at the Target or something in like Kensington or something, and then just Ubered in or just Uber in. Like, what's the point of having a car if I can't park? Like, this is the second time this fucking happened to me. Like, I was trying to go to this dating event and I couldn't find parking again. So I'm just gonna like park at a mall or something like that. I'm just gonna Uber in because I'm not gonna have the and then like an air tag in my car or something like that. I'm not gonna like play this goddamn game where, you know, I may find my car, I may not find my car. You know, it's. I thought my car was stolen. Like this, you can't lose your car in life, especially when cars cost so much money in life. You can't lose your car. It's like $20,000. My car's like $20,000. That's the cheapest car you can possibly buy in the market. Like cars used to be $2,000. Like it's crazy. So I'm kind of that kind of ruined my entire day, and it kind of destroyed my day. So it was like, oh yeah, that kind of destroyed my entire day and my life. Like I don't have a lot of time off in life. Well, I do since I'm unemployed and broke and live in my mom's basement, but you don't really have that much time in life. I gotta be like applying for jobs. I gotta actually give a shit in life about something. I actually have to care, you know? I think problem lately, I just haven't been giving a shit about anything because, like, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm definitely gonna lose this car because I'm gonna go bankrupt, right? I'm gonna lose this car. I'm gonna have nothing. I'm gonna be taking a bus, right? Which is probably not that bad because you're not gonna be paying $1,000 a month for a bus, right? I mean, at least you don't have to worry about your car being stolen from you in Philadelphia, you know? Gas, like when I drove by, gas was like $4.49. I'm like, this is detached from actual reality of like what's actually going on. Like gas is like $4.49 now, so it's like what is going on with the world? Like, are we gonna get the $7 gasoline? Because like I was thinking, bros, I was thinking like, why do I even own a car if why do I own a car if it's just gonna cost $1,000 a month? I'm not gonna be able to afford rent. I live in my mom's basement. I'm not gonna be able to afford anything in life because I'll be unemployed forever. Because I'll never be able to get to work. It's just a slew of things that have been happening in my life that I feel like are against me, but you can't, these obstacles in life that hit you, you can't let these destroy you. And these obstacles will absolutely destroy someone. Like the parking authority taking, your car for like, let's say, a couple days, and then they charge you $700, and you can't afford $700, so you can't pay for your car to bail yourself out. Right? This is how the scam works. You can't bail yourself out, so they auction off, sell your car, and then you're left with no car and no way to get to a job or anything like that. It's like, yeah, that's kind of the world right now. So they take advantage of poor people. Luckily, I'm kind of wealthy a little bit, even though I'm unemployed. So it's kind of different. I mean, there's been times where I only had a couple dollars, a couple thousands, 10,000s. Like it's just all part of the process of like life itself, where success is not made. Success success is impossible to predict. So Your life, if it's successful, it's impossible to predict because it's like magic. It just happens. Like, when I'm thinking about, like, when am I going to actually get a girlfriend, I think that's what I'm going to talk about next. So let's. When am I going to get a girlfriend? So, I've been trying to figure out this topic. Let's talk about this for 10 or 20 minutes. Like, what are the dating apps nowadays? I'm going to tell you my experiences with them. The one Latina dating app, it used to be good, but now it's shit now because there's so many scams. These unverified people, they're like, oh, go to the Bronx or go to this sketchy. If they ever tell you to go to a sketchy neighborhood, like instantly, like text you, hey, I'm not really on the app, text me, and they're like, hey, go to this address. Don't go to the address. They're gonna fucking rob you. Please do not go to the address. And I'm trying to warn you guys, you bros and ladies of the night, don't go to random addresses of people that you don't know. That's 100% what you don't do. So you can't even use these dating apps anymore. So you're left with even less options before. Then if I my past girlfriends I got from a dating app, and one was from working a job, and then a couple of them were working a job too. So like I'm unemployed, so how am I gonna find my lady, right? So it's even harder. Like let me talk to these dating apps. So you're scrolling, paying for the scrolls and stuff like that. You're just wasting your time. You because it made for you to fail. It's a system made for you to fail. How you actually get a girlfriend? What I believe is you have to literally ask a woman out on a date, and this is like maybe scared to you, or you're like an incel that lives in the basement or something, or plays video games all day. I can't help you, but you need to know how the only way to get a girlfriend is to go through those steps, or you have to go out in the world and just ask a woman out or slide. I think a good strategy that I've been try soon is like giving a woman my number, like handing them my number and see if they'll go out on a date with me. It's probably easier if you're rich, right? Because if you're rich and famous, you probably get women more easier than us unemployed with no job. It's like horse shit. Life's just horse shit, horse crap. I haven't been to a petting zoo in a while. Like when I gave you guys that intro, bros, that about the tiger, uh, the the, the blah blah, the tiger that escaped the zoo. I haven't went to a zoo in a while. I mean, where do I have to go to find a girlfriend? Do I have to go to the zoo? I have to go bowling? Like go out in the world? A lot of people are saying, or go to like social events. Go to like social events where you can find a girlfriend. While I'm like, it's so scary to ask a woman out. What happens if they call the police on me? Like that actually happened to me. Like I asked a woman out and they said she's calling the police on me. I'm like, wait, why are you calling the police on me? She's like, I'm calling the police on you because you're scaring me. I'm like, how am I scaring you? I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do to find a girlfriend, And then she started yelling. I'm like, and this was in the store. I'm like, I'm not gonna give up because that person is hating on me or something like that. Some woman was gonna say yes to me, even though I don't have a job and I have no money, someone's going to say yes to me. And I'm not going to give up. They're not going to make me give up, really. So let's put this here. Let's look up on my iPad ways to find a girlfriend. So let's do this. Today it is, let's see, 57 degrees. And I'm with a hoodie on, so I'm kind of hot right now. Alright, let's look this up. How to find a girlfriend in 2026 in this crazy world, right? So it says here, AI overview. It says to get a girlfriend in 2026, focus on building genuine real world connections by increasing your social activity, such as joining hobby groups, fitness classes, or volunteering. Prioritize meeting people through friend groups, improving your social confidence, and using respectful, direct conversation when meeting women in daily. Key strategies for 2026: prioritize real-world meeting events, expand social opportunities. Actually go out 2 to 3 times a week, visiting places like cafes, bookstores, or attending classes to increase chances of meeting new people. Develop social skills. That's sad because I have no social skills, right? Take account actionable steps. Join hobby groups, pickleball, run clubs, attend volunteer events, workshops, and meet individuals with similar interests. Use dating apps wisely. If you dating apps like blah blah, optimize your profile to reflect your personality. Focus on personal growth. Shift from focusing only on getting a girl to personal development, which naturally makes you more appealing. Effective communication tips. Direct approach. Use direct, polite approaches such as introducing yourself by name. Be patient. Rejection is a possibility. View as a learning experience rather than a personal failure. Engage in conversation. Actively listen, ask questions, and show genuine interest in another person's life. Well, it's hard for me to show a genuine interest in someone's personal life because I don't give a shit at all. You think I give a shit being unemployed? I don't give a fuck at all. That's the funny thing about all of this. I don't give this crazy world. I'm trying to check my mic right now. Yeah, this crazy world, I don't give a shit at all. So you can't pay me to care enough. It says like here, expand your social opportunities. What happens if you don't have any friends? If you don't have any friends, how do you find a girlfriend? How do we even find friends anymore? Like, I remember back in high school, like, I went to parties, I went to crazy events, I worked, I went to school, I did so much badass shit, and then you get to real life and it's just horse crap. You know, you just get to real life and it's just the worst it can actually be. Like, it just, like, you just get to the real world and it just sucks. Like, or like you're supposed to find a wife and then you're supposed to settle down, and inflation, and you just live a shitty life. You can't go out to dinners and stuff like that. This is real people's lives, you know. This is real people's lives. It says use dating apps wisely. I mean, dating apps are scams to me because you're paying money. It's like the lottery ticket. You're like, hey, let me win, and then you may win or not. But you're swiping. I'll tell you, these women won't even respond to you. I'm not even fucking kidding you. If you want to try and waste your money on a dating app, they won't even respond to you. They won't even give a shit. So if they don't give a shit, why should I care? Like real deal. If people don't give a shit to respond to me because I'm trying in life to find a girlfriend, why should I care? Why should I care at all? You know? Stop honking! People honking out the window. It says relying only on dating apps. It says to pitfalls to avoid, which I do agree. Don't limit yourself to online platforms. In-person interactions be more effective, which I totally agree. So you gotta find like there's dating events in Philly and stuff like that. But the problem is I can't even get an Uber into there. I can't even get down there because there's no parking and stuff like that. So there's all these obstacles. Like I should just live in Pittsburgh or something like that. I should just like not own a fucking car because a car costs $1,000 a month. It's fucking ridiculous. Like all these things that are holding you back. Oh, this is YouTube. How do 20x your dating in 2026? That's actually a great title. I might name the video that. Ignoring social cues. Pay attention to body language and whether someone is comfortable with conversation. Well, I can guarantee the woman that called the police on me was very uncomfortable. I can guarantee you that was the case. So that's a funny thing. I can guarantee someone was super uncomfortable with me, and I think that's kind of funny and cute, you know? It's funny and cute. You feel uncomfortable. Because I'm trying to find a girlfriend in this life, you know? Bros. Bro time. What happens if I'm too nervous to go to real world events? Like, what do I do in that situation? Well, I guess you either try in life or you don't. You fail or you either succeed. You get a girlfriend or you don't. And if you don't try at all, you never get a girlfriend. That's how it is. It says traditional dating is back. That is not the case. Women are rejecting men at a higher rate than ever before. It says find love offline in 2026. Yeah, you gotta find love offline. So you either gotta like ask women for their numbers, just hand them out. Maybe I should have a business card, just hand out women. Like, you're like, hey, I'm famous on YouTube. You want to be my girlfriend? And just hand them my card. Maybe. I don't know. Could work. Maybe I should just go into random stores and ask women out and just give them my card. Like, that would be funny. Or ask for their phone numbers. What happens if I find that they call the police on me, though? That's what I'm afraid of. So we talked about my carjacking car. We talked about how my car got taken in Philly by the park authority. I don't give a shit about anything. How gas is expensive, why I shouldn't own my own car, and how to find a girlfriend. What more in this YouTube video can we talk about? Let's do... Let's talk about... Talking about life. We're talking about life in the YouTube video. Let's talk about... Oh, how to have fun in life. To have fun in life. 9-to-5 job. So how to have fun in life, 9-to-5 job. Let's talk about that for like 10 to 15 minutes. Because you get home from work, like your 9-to-5 job, and you're completely blown the fuck out and falling asleep. That's what I was when I got back from my 9-to-5 job. Completely blown the fuck out, and I just have to go to sleep instantly. You're basically passing out from stress. And then you're like, why can't I do social stuff after work? Because your work doesn't allow you to do that. So I recommend don't having a 9-to-5 job, kinda. Even though, don't hear my advice since I'm unemployed and telling you what to do. Just think like I'm just giving you kind of some advice and you take it as it is. You know, whether you want to take that advice or not, you shouldn't work a 9-to-5 job because you're just going to burn out. It's going to be like one endless loop, unless it works for you. Unless it works for you that you like let's say going to a 9-to-5 job, clocking in, clocking out, wasting half your life doing that, and then what do you achieve by the end of that life? Do you achieve a house? Do you achieve a girlfriend? Do you achieve a car? Like, what do you achieve in this life from going to a job that you're paying money to go to? Like, how do you have fun after work? So, get this. I made this whole new concept. It's called, like, a master schedule, right? And I use this app, too, to help me time block my day, right? So I time block my day, and then I have this master schedule, right? The master schedule. And I have the blocks, and I'm like, oh, on the 3rd, I'm going to record YouTube videos. On the 4th, I'm going to do rideshare. On the 5th, I'm going to go to a dating event. On the 6th, I'm going to go learn Spanish. So I get to optimize my life to where I can learn a new language. I can go find a woman to date. I can do extra work after my 9-to-5 job. I can go to bookstores. I can go to different states or go to the beach and stuff like that. All because I can plan my schedule. And I'm not a moron. You know what? There's a lot of stupid people in this life. You gotta watch out for them, you know? But I ain't one of those stupid people. So if you plan your schedule after a 9-to-5 job, you may actually have a life. You're like, hey, I don't have a life. I don't have anything to do. Well, you gotta plan your schedule, plan your life. If you don't, and then if you don't want to, if you have no motivation to live life at all, you gotta break free from that shit. You gotta break free from those chains of your job that you can only do this one thing and you have no fun after work. Fuck that shit. You have an entire life to live. You got life to experience. You got to go to different states. You have this entire, go to festivals, go to raves, go to concerts, go to the beach, go hang out with a bunch of group of friends, go to raves with friends, go to the beach with a girlfriend and some friends or something like that. Have a badass life. And right now, if your life is shit, I can't help you with that. I can help you a little bit with this YouTube video, but I can only help you so much. I can only help you so much in life. If you don't like your life, change it. And to have fun, and you're like, how do I even plan all this stuff? Well, you gotta write, first thing you gotta do, grab a piece of paper, grab a pen, and write down the stuff in life that you actually find fun. Do you like bowling? Do you like going to the petting zoo? Do you like finding crystals? Do you like going to raves? You go to concerts, festivals, bars? Or like, hey, I'm going to go to this bar no matter what, and I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to figure it out as I go. Sometimes in life, magic, like the greatest parts of life, you got to figure out as you go. Figure out your life as you go. You can't just like plan everything, but you got to execute the plan and have a badass life. Or you're just going to live a life where you just clock in, clock out. I don't want to live that life. Fuck that. And they're like, oh, once you become YouTube famous or something, you're just going to abandon your employers and stuff like that. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, if you're spending half your life at a job, you got to make that. My life, how it's going to be structured is I'm probably going to work 10 hours at a job, 10 hours being a YouTuber, 10 hours being an entrepreneur, 10 hours maybe having 20 hours a week having fun. Like, you need to live the life you want to live, and you make the same amount of money because you figure out the loopholes how to make more money. You gotta break free from the society that is like, hey, I'm only gonna pay you $20 an hour and eat shit, pretty much. You gotta be like, no, I'm not working for $10 or $14 an hour. I'm working for $100 an hour. If you want to employ me, that's how much I charge. So you gotta be your own independent contractor in this world. And you gotta decide the fate of your reality is with you. Like, if you have a job that pays you $60,000 a year, 50 hours a week, let's just say that's your scenario. That's the middle class, right? And if you don't have a girlfriend, there's some legs up in life where you can strategically have a girlfriend and she makes $60,000 again with you, and now you're making $120,000. Now get this, you don't have to work a job 50 hours a week. There should be no reason why you have to work. You can work 30 hours, and then she can work 30 hours, and then that 60 hours will be like $100,000, something like that, because you both are taking advantage of hourly or earnings at the highest peaks. So you're like multiplying yourself out. People are like, I don't want to get married and stuff like that. Shit, your income's way higher being married than being single. You can be single and famous and have a lot of money and stuff like that, but you know how fucking hard that is to be me or be somebody else. Be how hard that is. It's like eating glass. It's like walking through the forest at nighttime. Like, they're just metaphors of how hard life actually is to be successful and have fun. Like, these jobs weren't made for you just to work in, like, these jobs want to program you like a robot. Like, hey, here's your steak, right? Just like this famous inventor said, hey, here's your steak, live in my box, and you're gonna have a good life. Just don't worry about it, bro. You don't have to have fun after work. Fuck that. You do have to have fun after work. You do have to be able to have the energy. If you don't have the energy, you have to change your schedule. So, like, my days, like, I'm off, I'm off on those dates. I'm having fun. I'm planning my life. And then, like, the days where I'm short time, I'm executing my life. I'm, like, going to the beach. I'm going to record YouTube videos. I'm making TikToks. I'm making social media posts. This is when I'm executing my plan at the fullest to have fun, where I don't have to think as much, because we tend to get in the mindset of we have to think our entire lives out, where that's not actually the truth. What you actually have to do is execute too. You gotta go find a girlfriend. You gotta go to the beach. You gotta go execute the plan to the end, bros. You gotta execute the plan. And if you don't execute the plan, You just love it. Just go to work and just have a job. Just go to work and just have a job. Oh, and how is the mic quality? Because I have this mic right here. I think it's pretty good. Because I used to have the mic here, and it's used to clip. So, how you guys like that? So, actually, let's look up how to have fun in life in 2026. How to have fun in life in 2026. And we can look at my schedule too. So if you guys are interested in my schedule, how to have more fun in 2026. Embrace true fun, a blend of playful connection and flow by scheduling weekly adventures, reconnecting with childhood hobbies, and practicing gentle rebellion against boring routines. I like that shit. So rebellion against boring routines. Cultivate joy by replacing screen time with creative, social, and active experiences like volunteering, trying new classes, or exploring nature while cultivating a daily life is a game mindset. I like that shit. Google AI review gives you some good intakes about life. Create a micro adventure jar. Fill a jar with notes detailing small new activities such as hiking, new trail, visiting a new cafe, and pick one weekly. Oh, that's fucking cool. Schedule true fun. Actively schedule time for actively and bringing joy rather than waiting for it to happen. I like that. That's exactly what I just said. Reclaim your inner child. Recall your brought you joy as a child, dancing, riding bikes, drawing, and start doing it again. Practice gentle rebellion. Step outside your comfort zone by doing things out of your character, like playing in the rain, trying a new hobby on your birthday, or turning a mundane task into a fun challenge. Limit screen time. That's actually noted 2 times. Actively reduce time on social media. Free up mental energy. Use activity building. So let's look at my schedule here. So it's actually, if you're wondering what the app is, it's Time Finder. And I'm not selling you guys stuff. I think it costs like fucking $5 a month or 3 months. But so I have here. Okay, so I have like learning Spanish, right? So I'll uncheck that. Look, it made the sound after I checked that off. But like, okay, I have total Instagram posted, total X posted, total Threads posted, total YouTube videos posted, total TikToks posted, and then I have here learning Spanish, and then read Philly newspaper. I have here as well play zombies, Black Ops, go to a movie, plan schedule. And yeah, I have stuff like that. That's pretty much like my schedule kind of goes like that. So if you plan your schedule for fun, you'll have a fun life. If you don't plan your schedule, you're kind of not enjoy life at all. You gotta enjoy life. So let's go back in my notes. And if you're wondering what notes app I use Evernote. So if you see here, so we talked about how to have fun in after a 9 to 5 job. And it's so hard to have fun after a 9 to 5 job. Oh, this is what I want to actually talk about. Toxic work environment. I've been in so many toxic work environments where your boss threatens your job constantly. And you know what? And if you're in the group chat with other managers or stuff like that, I recommend turning your notifications off. I'm not saying I do this, but I'm saying turn your notifications off because once you leave that job, you gotta disconnect from that shit. You can't be working your job 24/7. That's why you get burned out. That's why you start to not have a life. That's why life starts to suck. Because you got to, how I must say, disconnect from your actual job to have an actual life. You're not going to have a life if you can't disconnect from your job. If they calling you on your days off, you can't disconnect from your fucking job. Stop fucking calling me on my day off. I'm just saying, and then you're in your toxic work environment where people hate you or love you. See, I just tune all that shit off. I'm like, who gives a fuck about anything? You know, tune that shit out. People hate you, people love you. Get this, I don't give a shit who likes me or hates me, because get this, whether I have this job or not, I have money. That's all I need. Guarantee you all that's all I need. I'm here for profit. I'm not here to have fun. 100%. And once I get fucking rich, guess where I'll be? I'll be driving around in fucking McLaren, having a blast with my life, or a Lamborghini, or just driving around in my Kia, having a blast in life. And I don't have to worry about no goddamn job. Tell me what the fuck to do all day long. Just telling you that. I don't have to worry about people telling me what to do. Because I'll build my own life. Like, if you have, not just saying a toxic work environment, but if you could do anything you want to do, so if you could do anything you want to do in life, what would you do? Because, like, my fun is, so back in 2023, 2022, I had a girlfriend, and this was when I was unemployed, but at the same, oh no, this is when I was making hella money. This was actually shit. It's 2026 now. This happened during COVID. So I was hanging out with this chick in Philly, and we went to so many goddamn adventures. We went to like crystal events. We went to like Washington D.C. Like we are having adventures every single week. And I was like maxing out my credit card kind of deal. But I realized during that time I was having the funnest time of my fucking life. And I must say I had like a somewhat like that in 2024 or 2025. It's hard. Like life meshes together so much. Yeah, like oh yeah, 2024. I had a Latina girlfriend in Newark, New Jersey. We had a lot of fun and like made out and stuff like that, and just had a great time. Go to taco places and stuff. Like sometimes you like life is magic, and then sometimes it's just like different. It's like like you can have a better life than the life you live right now. I'm not saying your life will be good or bad, but I'm just saying just think about that. Think about this life can be either good or bad. Like, am I having the best life I can possibly live? That's like what you should ask yourself. And if I'm working a toxic work environment where my boss is screaming at me or my employees are cursing at me, like that's not living. It's not living life. So you gotta figure that shit out on your own. You gotta climb the corporate ladder, whatever you gotta goddamn do to break the matrix and shit like that. To break out living in poverty and stuff like that. And they say poverty is like $60,000 a year now. They say you gotta make like at least $90,000 a year, whether you're married or have a girlfriend or not. And then the average wages nowadays are like $35,000 a year, 40,000. So if you're making $60,000, you're making above average. If you're making 80,000, you have some skills and you can have a living wage, right? If you're making 120,000, you're like a little well off. You're kind of wealthy. And if you're 160,000, you're super rich in my eyes. People complain they're like making $120,000 and they're like broke. I'm like, earth the fucking people. You can live in an apartment for $1,000, $1,500 a month, or fucking live with roommates making $150,000 a month. How the hell are you broke? We're broke because we don't make any money. We're unemployed. You have $150,000 a year you're making, and you're still broke. Shame on you. Shame on these fucking rich people. Because you want to buy a Maserati, you want to buy a sports car, you want to buy a second car, you want to take all this debt. They say don't take out debt. Don't take out debt. Because debt will fucking destroy you. Never take out debt. Never use leverage unless you're 100% sure of it. With no risk. That you can pay back. I know they said the richest people on the earth took out leverage and debt because they risked their entire lives for their dreams. So you gotta figure out what you can actually achieve it without taking out debt, maybe. Just saying. And it's like 60 degrees out. I'm kind of hot. So I'm gonna turn my car on. Let's turn my car on. This is my Kia that the Philadelphia the parking authority, should I ask, that took my car. I'm just turning it on for a second because I'm like super hot. And it's like 10 or 20 minutes before I do like rideshare and stuff like that and make some extra money while I'm unemployed. Okay, we can turn the car off again. I want to listen to some music and stuff like that. But, okay, so I'm going to roll down the windows because I have this heated jacket on and it's like 65 degrees out. That's why I'm kind of hot. So let's feel the fresh air of freedom, of life. Freedom! How are you gonna earn it, How are you gonna earn it, bros? Are you gonna live a free life or are you gonna live in a fucking cage? Freedom! Because if you just work, I'm just saying, if you work a 9-to-5 job and you don't hate your life, fucking quit. Just quit that shit. If you hate your life, just quit. If you love your life, live life. If you love your life but you need more time to have fun in life, go have fun. Schedule your life. And don't work yourself to death. Please. Don't work 70 hours a week. Please, please, please do not do that. Figure out how to make the same amount of money 70 hours a week in 30 hours a week. You know, buy stocks, buy cryptocurrencies. Like Bitcoin went up 20 million%. Figure it out, bros. When we were like kids, right? Like growing in high school, we thought we can do anything in life. We can achieve any dream. Which you couldn't. You be an astronaut. You can be a doctor. You can be a tech bro. Well, it's harder to do that when the AI is taking over all of our jobs. Yeah, so we got that obstacle in the way too. Throw me a bone. Throw me a bone of how hard this life actually is. When women constantly reject you and call the police on you, and you can't get a job, and you're unemployed, and you're living in your mom's basement, you're not a loser. And people are going to call you a fucking loser. Like, oh, that guy's a loser. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not a loser in my eyes, and you're trying in life, so you're not a loser. And you have more opportunity in life than a person that is locked in with a job. Just saying. Because you have all those 70 hours a week, like assuming you have 13 hours a day, you actually do stuff. You have 70 hours so a week that you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, you can drive to California. You can drive to Connecticut. You can drive to Florida. You can do literally whatever you want. And if you don't have a car and you're unemployed, that sucks. You should have a car. You should have access. You should have some life savings. You should figure it out a little bit. Cars are so expensive nowadays. You know, they really are. And people are like, oh, if you hate your job, you should quit. If you keep working a job, maybe you start loving your job. That was what happened to me. So, I was into restaurant management for a little bit. That's just my thing. That's my thing that worked out. Maybe your thing working out is being a self-contractor or Uber driver or you know, a UPS driver, whatever. Just think about if we're in a recession or everything's automated, how are you going to still make money? Just think about that a little bit. Who's really making the money? The billionaires are making the money. They have making thousands of $1,000,000. Copy what they do. Copy other successful people that have money. Money is just not success, though. So success can be... So let's talk about this. Success also can be living life, having fun, going on adventures in life. Success is just not about money. Everyone's connecting money to success. It's not. It really isn't. So there's so many journeys in life you haven't figured out yet. There's so many opportunities in life that you haven't figured out yet. That you should explore the world, explore life, figure it out. And it's funny because the United States dollar is like script, and the famous, may I say his name, McAfee, even said script is like the United States dollar. It's like an IOU. These dollars that we have are worthless. because they're being inflated into nothingness. So think we're working our entire lives for these dollars that say, "In God we trust." This is not even real. We're chasing stuff that's not even fucking real. We're chasing stuff that's not even real in life. So, like, that's a funny clip right there, but like, we're literally chasing stuff that's not real. Like, that's the funniest part. Like, we're on these dating apps chasing women that are never going to date us. We're like working for these jobs that are never going to promote us. We're chasing stuff that's not even real anymore. So chase the stuff in your life that's actually real. Please chase the stuff in life that's actually real. And go outside the box. Go out the norm. Figure it out. Go live life. Figure it out as you go, guys, bros. You're going to figure it, and ladies of the night, you're going to figure it out in this life. And please share the YouTube video, like it, and also subscribe. But if you click the link below, you request a Cameo. It really helps the channel if you want to support the channel. And I like, so I'm making these longer videos because that's what's going to be YouTube monetized. And I think in the future, I'm going to start making YouTube money. So eventually I start making that YouTube money. Whenever I do, and then I'll not be unemployed anymore, living in my mom's basement, right? Let's go. See you in the next video. Love you, bros. And ladies of the night. Love you all.